gorgeous geezer, good coffee. Hey guys, KiDdViRuS53 here. I was meant to do an update video quite a while ago, and let's just say I'm a lazy fuck. I'm a lazy fucker. 11th of August 2015, as I'm recording this, it's coming to 1:15 in the morning. My sleep patterns are just completely fucked because going to bed at about silly 0 o'clock in the morning, at 4 or 5 in the morning, and I don't usually get up until lunchtime. I'll just say 1 or 2 in the afternoon. But I'm doing this update and telling you what's been going on. I can't talk today, really. Just to let you guys know what's going on, and yeah, because you guys haven't seen this face in a while. As you can tell, beard is growing. This will all be shaved off soon, don't worry. But anyway, let's just get on with what I've been up to and probably what's going to be going on with this channel now, because I rarely use this channel now and I just want to announce a few things. So yeah, let's just get on with it. So first of all, I just want to quickly mention that back in June, late June, I finished college, level 3, year 2. You know, that being my third year in college, because I've done a level 2 and then they bring me up to level 3 year 1, then I've done level 3 year 2, and now I'm doing another year in September, which is a full-time course. And there has been a lot of issues regarding to this, because I've done my interview back in April, I want to say, and you know, and the guys who interviewed me, they were pretty skeptical because of like my work and stuff. You know, I do actually do, you know, great work. Do most of the time I'm just really fucking lazy and don't hand it in until like a few days after. But that's just me. I'm lazy in a way, but at the end of the day I can get the work done, you know. So it all came down to one guy who actually spoke with me. I managed to get in, thank fuck, because I don't know what I'll be doing, because then I would just have to be pretty much looking for a job. I don't have a job, for anyone who's asking. I don't have a, you know, part-time job or anything, because I just want to finish everything what I'm doing with college, and then after that look for a full-time job, even though people have managed to do that, but I'm just like one step at a time. But you know, me being 19 years of age, I won't leave college now. You know, I got from September all the way to, you know, whenever I finish, because because if I finish all the work before July, say like I finish everything in May, you know, I'm pretty much done. I'm gone. Like, see you college, don't need to see you again. And yeah, so it all came down to one guy, and he really said, okay, work's gotta be due in on time. They're very strict on what I'm going to be doing next year, and that is because it's a full-time course. I will be doing H&C in my college. Never wanted to do university, even though people have asked me to go university, but it's money. I don't have the money for it. But I managed to get some advice, and they say H&C, you know, at least H&C, for anyone who does not know, it's basically, think of it as university, but you get more help and support from teachers, and it's the same thing if you were, because H&C is a level 4, and then you got level 5 if you wanted to do next year as well. It's a HND, and you know, you get more support from the teachers. That's how I find, because university, in a way, sure, it's money, and the fact that, you know, if I do not know something, all I really have help with is pretty much, you know, group members or something, because if I don't know something, I'm pretty much fucked in a way. Especially that's what pretty much happened last year when I had done level 3 year 1. I had a lot of problems when it came to getting introduced to new things, so you know, using this and getting extra help and support, that will really help out. So yeah, so I will be doing another year in college, and this may affect what I'm doing with YouTube, because mainly most of the time I'm on KiDdViRuS channel, and then, you know, every now and again I'll just post a video up or make a video, but pretty much throughout this whole summer I've just been pretty fucking lazy as it goes. But yeah, HNC, now for HNC it's quite cheaper than what you expected to pay for university. Like, my course is £4,000, so I had to take out a student loan for in which that goes to the course. Basically I have to go online, apply for just stating if I'm doing a course in college and I can't pay, I basically take out the loan, because student finance is there to help. I basically fill out an application, I do that, send it off, and whatever they need from me, like, okay, just stating, you know, proof that it is me and I will be in education and stuff, so I had to send all that off. But there has been a lot of fucking problems. Number one, when I was applying for the application online, I couldn't find the course, and I managed to get someone from the college to actually help me to complete the application. Okay, boom, done, dusted. Then a few weeks later, this was, well, I'll say about a week or two later, this was in last month, July, I came back, I got a call from them saying, oh, your course isn't on the thing, and they said basically I put down a part-time course instead of a full-time course, but I said, oh, that's the person in the college who actually done that. Now, I didn't even know it was a fucking full-time course myself, so they just randomly put in part-time. I don't know, for the sake of it, I have no fucking clue. So I went back to the college and actually I asked them, oh, is there any way that you can actually sort this out for me, because it's the wrong course. So they sorted it all out, they downloaded a form, filled things out, and put in a cover letter stating why there was a change from the applications, and they sent that off. You know, I was like, great, thanks. Then a week later, they said, well, we can't accept it, because number one, where they filled out the form, they crossed things out and writ stuff over it. I was like, what the fuck? And then second of all, where they had to do the proof of identity, like I had to fill out things and I had to get someone else, like a teacher, a doctor, something like that, they had to fill out and how long they know me for. So I'd done that, sent it off, and they said they can't accept it as well. And this was, you know, I signed things, and a friend of my mum's opposite to where we live, I got her to fill it out, and basically, well, it's social services or something or that, they live close to me, we can't accept it. So I was like, oh, okay. And then they said to me, you know, just, I tell you what, if you download all the forms again, you know, at least me and my mum know, me and my mum know what we're doing, what we're filling out, and boom, send it all off, boom. It was like, oh, Jesus, we were all sitting there for hours trying to fill out forms. We had like 80 pages worth, 80 pieces of paper worth, just full of the application, like 3 different applications. So we've done that, sent it off, boom, done. And so now we're just sitting here waiting to see if things in place, if we're gonna get the money in place just to pay for the course. I don't really have to worry about it as much, because you know, I can still start the course even though the money's not in place. But when it's in place, basically the student finance will basically transfer the money over to the college, which pays for my course. So it's like, okay, that's good. So a lot of stuff's been going on about that, and it's just been a complete nightmare for the past couple of weeks trying to sort that out, and I just really hope things actually were going to go as planned in the first place, instead of just fucking someone in the college just pulling it into deep shit for me, and then I have to redo the whole fucking thing again. It's just a nightmare. But just to let you guys know, I am doing one more year in college, and then I'm basically done, and I can just go out in the real world, get a job, and blah blah blah. Next, now, like I said, I might take a hiatus from this, because hiatus from YouTube videos because of my course, because basically work's a full-time course. I think I'm going to pretty much be in 5 days a week rather than my usual 3 days a week. So yeah, but I think 1 or 2 days I only get into college for about 2 hours, and then I'm gone, which is pretty fucking sweet. So 3 days of just busy work and 2 days of just lazy 2 hours, but still it's cool, you know. And not only that, I think at the end of September, I will have to start paying for buses, which is going to be a fucking nightmare as well. So pretty much every week I'm pretty much spending like really £100 per month on bus travel. Well, basically, I've got members of family to help me with that. So yeah, it's like £20 per week on just bus travels, even though that most of the time I do actually walk to college, so I have a bit of money there whether I want to go places, but still shit happens. It's just a nightmare. But who knows, I might take a hiatus from YouTube while I'm doing the course, who knows, it depends on what work I'm doing, but we'll have to see, and I'll let you guys know what's going on during my time for that course. Next, what am I going to be doing when I finish? Well, because I'm doing H&C and I'm doing IT, I've been pretty much into IT, I've got I got games, I got my own laptop, I'm pretty much on it 99% of the time. Pretty much going towards something IT based, or I don't really care what it is, but I'm pretty much more into hardware more than software. So I'm pretty much more into, whether it's repairing, either a computer, games, laptops, phones, anything electronics, who knows, just stuff like that really. And that is all computerized. So yeah, so hopefully something turns out good in future, but I can't really say what I actually want to do because I haven't really thought about it apart from what I just mentioned. So yeah. Next, because of my being lazy and everything, what have I been doing in the summer? Now, hold on, where is it? Quickly. I just want to quickly mention to you guys, I did actually cover this in another video. I do actually have an iPad. It's pretty much going to go through, your usual stuff you have on your iPad. All my games section, there's like a soundboard there as well. I know MLG soundboard. And then that's just all my other apps. I've got Google Chrome, Instagram, Snapchat, YouNow. I don't necessarily use YouNow, but I occasionally use it. And obviously you've got YouTube and your Skype and your Spotify. I will actually leave my Instagram in the description, so if you do want to actually follow me on Instagram, go right ahead. And I've got my Snapchat there as well. I think I don't really need to ask you what my Snapchat or my Instagram is, because it's pretty much the same as my YouTube name, KiDdViRuS53. There, I said it. So feel free to follow me on there if you want to. I don't mind. So yeah. Other than that, what I've been doing recently, I have had some plans on doing some rearrangements in my room, probably over here, all my movies, because that's overflowing, and I'm having to put most of my movies in this closet beside me, which is going to overflow soon. Also, back in May, it was my 19th birthday, so I got a tattoo done. You can't really see it, it just says Nan with like the years and when she was born and when she passed away. I'm planning to get more. I'm pretty much planning to get like sleeves. There's others that I planned to get done, and there was just some ideas in my head what I wanted to get done, because I think this was pretty much the main one that I got done. There's two others that I want done, which are like the main ones that I want, and then after that I'm just going to work my way through. There is a few tattoos in my head. Like I wanted Bring Me the Horizon, one of my favourite bands, The Ultimate Warrior, not the face but the actual face paint that he uses. I actually thought about The Last of Us, the Firefly logo. I actually saw a tattoo of someone having one half here and one half here, and then when you join it, it's just like, you can't really see it, but it's just like, so it actually joins, which is pretty awesome. So that was pretty cool. And there's just a few others that I looked at, but you know, it's just something I really need to think about and plan what I want done. But you know, I'm pretty happy with this one. It didn't really hurt as much, even though for first time tattoos, obviously you don't know what it's going to feel like. I hate needles. I actually hate needles, but after a while I was okay with it, and you know, I don't mind getting stabbed for like a good. This probably took about a good half hour. Not even that. Just that. All thanks to my brother. So thanks. So that was awesome. My birthday, I didn't really do much. It was just a whole other day, to be honest. So yeah. Next thing, obviously, like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, my sleep patterns are fucked. I don't need to mention that again. Going to bed at about 4 or 5 in the morning, don't wake up until like 1 or 2 in the afternoon. So that is really going to affect when I go back to college, isn't it? Great. Also, this was probably back in May as well. Basically, a friend of my mum's actually came over, and basically my mum and her friend actually rescued a kitten. It is on my Instagram. My brother took it, but then he had to give it away because well, my brother's got 2 other cats. They didn't really get along much, so my brother gave it away, which is pretty sad. I mean, like, my mum actually says she would have kept it, but where I've already got a cat, he just doesn't like it. He doesn't like it when other cats are in my home, so we had to give it away. And just to show, that is the kitten that we saved. Well, basically my mum and her friend saved. You know, awesome, cute. You know, when I heard about it, like my mum brought it home. Basically, the previous owner, it wasn't even fed. You know, that kitten was probably 8 weeks old. Wasn't even fed for about 2 weeks, so it really tore me up inside. I'm not the biggest cat person in the world. I'm much more of a dog person. But you know, even though, you know, me and my mum actually kind of agree, oh, we want to keep it, but the cat that I have now is just wasn't having any of it, so we had to basically give it to my brother. My brother was okay with it for a while until the other cats that he has didn't really get along with it, so we gave it away, which is pretty sad, but you know. Let's see what else. Wrestling. I haven't really been caught up, you know, the whole episodes with wrestling. Raw and SmackDown, I only watched the clips from YouTube. Back in February, I got the WWE Network because it was free when you sign up to it, because I managed to get to watch NXT TakeOver and WWE Fastlane. I will actually get the WWE Network soon. Probably, I was actually going to get it this month because of SummerSlam, NXT Brooklyn, and you know, the night after SummerSlam. So I'll look into that as well. But you know, things going on in WWE right now. Some weird storylines between Stardust and Stephen Amell, because Stardust actually thinks Stephen Amell is actually Arrow, and you know, and then Stardust has this whole match week after week with Neville, which, you know, that is something else. We got a match with The Undertaker and Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam, which would be awesome to see. We got UR Nation. I can't remember where he was originally, what other wrestling company he was from. I don't know whether it was Ring of Honor or I really don't know. But UR Nation, I can't wait to see his debut. He's changed his rename to Apollo Crews. I think it's Apollo Crews. I don't know. NXT Tag Team titles in NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. We got the Vaudevillains versus Blake and Murphy. I really do hope the Vaudevillains actually win it, because Blake and Murphy, I'm kind of tired of them now. And the Vaudevillains, the way they're going, you know, that will be interesting to see them as champions. A rematch with Finn Balor and Kevin Owens, that will be awesome to see. Not only that, today I actually ordered a Kevin Owens shirt, funny enough, so that will be arriving this week. And back in June I got a Dolph Ziggler shirt because of the whole Dolph Ziggler and Lana thing. You know, I got the Ziggler shirt just because of that. So yeah. But yeah, right now, as of what WWE's planning, obviously Seth Rollins and John Cena might have that SummerSlam with both the US title and the WWE World Heavyweight Championship on the line, like a winner takes all. That'll be awesome to see. So yeah, it's pretty crazy what's going on at the moment. You know, Undertaker versus Lesnar at SummerSlam. You know, probably the first match outside of WrestleMania that we've seen from Undertaker for a good 5 years ago. The last match being from Bragging Rights 2010 when he faced Kane. And Undertaker lost to that. I think it's because of the whole Nexus thing, if I'm not mistaken. So that'll be interesting to see what goes down at SummerSlam. Can't wait for NXT TakeOver Brooklyn as well, and the night after SummerSlam as well. So it's awesome. Second of all, let's see what my friend's been up to. Well, my friend Roberto, I kind of mention him quite a bit because he's, because most people actually look at him as like a teacher. He's not really a teacher, he's a facilitator, which basically just helps and supports students in the college. Although he does actually do work and class as a student, I don't really know. But I just kind of met him because I had him as a facilitator last year, and after that we just been hanging out, and he's gave me some advice when I was down, you know, when I was feeling down at the start of the year because of one particular thing which I don't want to actually mention, and he gave me some advice which I do actually want to thank him for. And then then it was his birthday back in March, and that was awesome. And yeah, but he's been doing okay. I haven't really seen him for a good, well, a month or so now. I will actually plan to do something with him next week, just to hang out. So he's been doing alright. Second of all, I got a friend of mine from who I'm friends with at college, even though he's left now. He's working full time now at, you know, which is not too far from the college that I'm at, so I do actually wish him the best. He has really, you know, even though we do help each other out with work and stuff, and where he's going full time on the job, you know, I do actually wish him a lot for that. I'm happy for him, you know, even though I don't talk to him much ever since I left college now, but you know, I do actually see what he's up to, and yeah, so I do actually want to say good luck again for that. And second of all, what has a friend of mine, we was actually planning to do something for this summer, like me going down to his place for a few days, and I was actually thinking of actually vlogging the whole trip, even though that might not happen now, so I'm probably going to have to wait till next year when I'm done with college, so that, you know, I'm pretty much done with college, and then I can actually go to his place for a few days. So that will be awesome. I was actually planning to do it this year, but it appears that because I've got lots of things going on with having to apply for the student loan and everything, that has really caught me back, and it's just a complete nightmare, so we're going to have to do it next year. So I apologise, guys. I just want to quickly mention how long I've been filming this for. Okay, I won't keep you guys too long. Second of all, I just want to quickly mention what are my plans, because a couple of people have been asking me, you know, for my PlayStation, PS3. I has actually come with like a thing what might be happening to my PlayStation 3 with the whole errors and the disky jets noise that I've been having. Apparently most people have been actually stating that it's from 120 gig PlayStation 3s, and I actually have 120 gig myself, so what I'm actually planning on doing is that I want to get a second PlayStation 3 before I get a PlayStation 4. Only reason means that, you know, I have over 200 games, and I'm not gonna lie, I haven't even played half of them, and I do actually feel that my PlayStation 3 that I have now, I've had that PlayStation 3 and it's still my first one. Almost had it for about 6 years. It'll be 6 years in December, if you can believe it, that I'm still on my first PlayStation. It's still running fine, but it's just been, you know, some games just doesn't want to work on that. I can tell you guys, it's 50-50 that it could be laser, but second of all, number one, I'm not going to risk opening the console and actually trying to fix it myself, because that will just lead to problems, and you know, I don't actually want to cause anything that might break the PlayStation 3 and in order for it, you know, not to function properly. And secondly, it would just be best to get a whole new PlayStation, just so you know, I can just play other games, and it doesn't really bother me as much if I have to start from scratch, because mainly most of the games that I have on my system, you know, it's just a simple install the game, and yeah, I don't mind starting from scratch. So I'm pretty much looking forward to a PlayStation 3 320 gig or a 500 gig, even though people have stated 500 gig is pretty much the noisiest one, so we'll have to see about that. And then once I get that in place, I will then actually save to get the PlayStation 4, even though I'm going to be late to the party, but still I will actually get a PS4 sometime in 2016. I will guarantee that. Is there anything else that I should actually mention? Other than that, I've just been, you know, doing the usual thing, being lazy, watching movies. I actually forgot to mention I'm using Netflix on here just to watch movies. Like today, I just basically finished watching Friday the 13th part 5. So I'm moving on to part 6 tomorrow. Can't be asked to watch it now after this video, obviously. but I will actually watch part 6 tomorrow or something. You know, doing the usual stuff, Spotify. Actually been getting more and more into Nightcore. I actually like Nightcore, for anyone who's wondering. Pretty much listen to anything, but I'm pretty much more into classic rock and hard rock and a bit of metal. But Nightcore, it's just pretty much, you know, it's awesome. Nightcore. Also been listening to, you know, techno, electronic. What's the other one? Trap, chill trap, night step. You know, just stuff like that. It's just been awesome. You know, just discovering new stuff. It's just there's nothing much to say other than it's just awesome. Last thing I actually want to actually cover, I will actually do a video. I don't know when, but I'm actually thinking of no longer doing videos for this channel, because mainly because of the fact that I rarely use this channel other than uploading these updates, which is just being, it's kind of, I wouldn't say it's stupid in a way, but I just don't feel like doing videos on it because it's just, I rarely use this channel. So I am actually thinking to archiving the channel, which means I won't be posting videos on here. But I do actually go on here, you know, every couple months or so, just to see what people have left comments on and stuff like that, and I might actually move my update videos and other, you know, my kids tries it videos onto kids walkthroughs so that everything's in one place. So I might actually do that. I don't know, but we'll have to see what happens. But I'll actually announce all that into another video soon, so don't worry as of yet. But that's it, that's all I really much want to talk about. There is one thing I actually don't want to talk about, but I'm pretty much going to be sitting here for about 10 minutes or so, and then I have to edit this video because my camera is just like on the limit and it splits into 2 parts, so I apologise. But that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time for another update, or stay tuned for my announcement. So I'm sorry that this video is taking so long. I'll go now, but thanks for watching, hope you guys were updated, and I'll see you next time.